Now, the number one thing that humans find most difficult to do, and especially men in today's society, is to hold up the fucking mirror and look directly ourselves in the eyes and see what's truly going on. Men, I'm speaking about accountability. Now, the definition of accountability is being in a state and responsible for your actions, your outcomes, and your results and behaviours. And this is why men are finding it very challenging to get the results that they want in today's society, because this is the important link that they're missing, and it's accountability. Men, if we are not accountable, then we're going to miss an abundance of opportunities. But not only that, we're going to be living in complete falsehood. Every time the truth comes to see us, we will turn our way and choose to ignore it. If we're not operating from truth on our current results, on how life works, on what needs to happen, on ourselves, then we cannot expect to become more. We cannot expect to find long-lasting fulfillment. We cannot expect to build our self-confidence, and we can definitely not expect to build into the man that we truly want to be. This is the number one thing that men are lacking in today's society. They would rather blame the government, their wife, their girlfriend, their family, their job, their environment for the reason on why they're not where they truly want to be. And the last person that they would even think on blaming is themselves. Now, I know this because I've worked with men over the past few years inside a program, and I've really understood their starting position, but also understand this for my own life as well. I was at a point in my life where I was at rock bottom. Spiritually, mentally, financially, physically. I was at rock bottom. And all I done was blame everyone else for my results. Now, the moment that changed, men, was when I was accountable for my results. When I finally lifted up the mirror, looked at it head on, and looked at myself in the eye, and I seen the truth. And the truth was that I was neglecting, I was missing accountability. When we can get this right, our life can transform. We can build the business that we want to build. We can become better leaders. We can get in better shape mentally, physically. We can walk around with more confidence because we're making better decisions. And the decisions that we're making are from an element of truth. The reason why you're failing is because you're living in falsehood. You're kidding yourself on. You're kidding yourself on like I was kidding myself on. And you're missing a self-accountability. Now, the key pillars for building accountability is consistency. First, we need to look to be consistent. Consistent with yourself first and foremost. Consistent with the vision. And consistent in raising your hand up and admitting when you're in the wrong with yourself. Admitting your shortcomings. Admitting to yourself what needs to be changed. And we're doing this consistently. We're refining our mind. We're building a mind that's fucking bulletproof. So when we come up against challenges, adversity, we are ready because we know the truth. And when we operate from that place, that space, that state, that's where real desired results can take place. But before that can even happen, before we can even enter into that realm of thinking, before we can even get the results in that line of thinking, we need to be accountable. We need to value accountability. And that's the other thing I want to touch on as well, man. When you're accountable and you live and breathe it, the people around you will respect you 120% because they know that you're a man that they can rely on. They know that you're a man that they can trust. And when people trust you, because that's the man that you are, that's the demeanor that you're giving off, that's who you truly are down to your core, then you get more respect, you get more opportunities, and life starts to flow. Right? But when you're a man who deceives, when you're a man who's not accountable, when you're a man who makes piss poor decisions day in and day out, and you're living in falsehood because you don't want to hold up the mirror to yourself, opportunities aren't there. Opportunities slip away. Your actions become misguided. You're not in the best shape that you possibly can be physically and mentally. All you do is speak on excuses, shortcomings, on why things can't happen. Now that's a state that we do not want to be in. That's a state that is not going to get results. You can live in that state if you want, but don't expect to get world-class results. Right? To develop key qualities inside yourself, we first need to walk through the door of accountability. And the reason why it's so difficult, because we have to be brutally honest with ourselves on what needs to happen, what changes we need to make, what moves that we have to make. And that can be the hardest thing for men to do, especially in today's society. Men, it's something you're going to have to do. Where are you getting it wrong at the moment? Where are you getting it right? What changes do you need to make in your personal life and your business life with who you are as a man? How can you hold up the mirror of accountability? How can you reinforce strength inside your life? It's vitally important for your development. It's vitally important for your self-confidence. It's vitally important for you and your family. It's important for the way that you lead your life from this day on. But this is the number one thing that men are missing, is accountability. And when you're fully transparent with yourself 120%, watch your life transform. Watch yourself flow through actions. Watch yourself build momentum easy. Watch yourself build habits that are going to serve you for the rest of your life. Because your issue right now is you're running away from the problems. And you're masking the problems with complete nonsense. And you're trying to hide them. But the thing is, men, they're going to come back up with more power, with more energy, and they can potentially destroy you. Accountability helps you see the problem for what it is and come up with desired solutions to change it. And this equates to you being a man of integrity, having more strength, having more discipline, and having more heart to take life on. So men, do not underestimate or undervalue the importance of accountability. Your life can change from this day on if you're willing to build it. Vitally important. Self-accountability.